Let me tell you something today. Just because God made you a promise doesn't mean the road will be easy. Genesis 29 proves that. Jacob's on the run, tired, scared, and unsure. But he's still walking in God's direction. And sometimes that's all faith is. Walking even when you don't know what's next. Jacob comes to a well, and that well ain't just a source of water. It's a divine meeting place. Wells in the Bible where destinies collide. Moses met his wife at the well. Isaac's servants found Rebekah at the well. And now Jacob meets Rachel at the well. Don't miss this. God knows where to place you. You might think you're just going about your business, but heaven is rearranging your encounters. When Jacob sees Rachel, the Bible says he rolls the stone away by himself. That stone usually took multiple men to move. Why? Because purpose will give you strength you didn't know you had. Love, destiny, calling, these things will push you past your limits. Jacob kisses Rachel and starts crying. Why? Because he knows he's standing inside God's promise. When God finally brings you to what he showed you, sometimes all you can do is cry. Then we meet Laban. Now, don't get it twisted. Every blessing comes with a test. Jacob works with Laban 7 years for Rachel. 7 years. The Bible says it seems like only a few days because of how much he loved her. That tells us something. When you're walking in purpose, time don't feel the same. But here comes the plot twist. Wedding night comes, and Jacob wakes up with the wrong woman, Leah. Now, hold on. This is deep. Jacob the trickster just got tricked. The deceiver just got deceived. God has a way of teaching you lessons through experience. What you put out has a way of coming back to you. Jacob is angry. He confronts Laban. And Laban basically says, around here, the older daughter comes first. Then he makes Jacob work another 7 years for Rachel. 14 years. Listen to me. Just because it takes longer doesn't mean it's not God. Some of you quit too early. You think delay means denial. But Genesis 29 shows us delay is sometimes development. Jacob ends up marrying to both Leah and Rachel. But here's where it gets heavy. Rachel is loved. Leah is unloved. The Bible tells us God saw Leah's pain. Hear me. God always sees the one nobody else is choosing. Leah begins having children. Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah. And every time she names a son, she's crying out for love. She thinks maybe this time Jacob will love her. Maybe this time I'll be enough. But then she names Judah. And Judah means praise. Not love, not acceptance, not validation. Praise. Leah finally realizes, I don't need Jacob's approval to know my value. And guess what? Jesus comes from the line of Judah, not Rachel. The unloved woman carried the bloodline of Christ. The overlooked one carried the future. Tell your neighbor, God specializes in flipping the script. Genesis 29 teaches us, God will guide you even when you're tired. God will test you even when you're faithful. God will humble you when you're prideful. God will comfort you when you're rejected. God will use you even when you feel unseen. Jacob wanted Rachel, but God needed Leah. Because sometimes what you want isn't what will build the future. And let me say this loud. God's plan is not stopped by human mess. Deception didn't stop it. Heartbreak didn't stop it. Favoritism didn't stop it. Jealousy didn't stop it. Because when God has spoken over your life, it will come to pass, no matter how crooked the roads look. So if you're tired, keep walking. If you've been delayed, keep trusting. If you've been overlooked, keep praising. If you've been hurt, keep believing. Because God is still writing your story. And he hasn't even got to the best part yet.